Hi there, Carrie Hewerdine here, and almost happy 2024, almost. So what do we think about always with the new year? There's always that R word, not the rest, regroup, reboot, resolve one, but the resolutions. I have never, well, for a while, I was a proponent of resolutions, but very quickly, at an early age, I realized that whatever it was I set my mind to didn't continue. I mean, it would, 10, 14 days, and then I was back to old habits. And then studying neuroscience and hypnosis, I realized that the part of you that wants the change is the critical faculty, the analytical mind, the conscious awareness, of which we only have access to 5 to 10% of the day. The rest of the time, we're in an automatic program, which we may or may not be aware of. But that's 90 to 95% of the time. So if you want to make a change with 5% of your ability, you're going to have to fight 95% of you to get the change, because the part of you that's on automatic pilot, it doesn't have a filter. It doesn't care what you want, really. It's just been programmed to react in a certain way to certain types of circumstances and traumas, stimuli, whatever you want to call it, situations. And it will just automatically drop into that and happen. Just as automatically as you zone out when you're driving your car and you get to your destination and you can't even remember the off-ramp that you took. It's the same thing. You have dropped into a program that says, I have done this so many times that my body now knows it better than my mind. And because physiologically, your brain wants to keep space open for learning new things, for analyzing and being critical about looking at things. And if it can make anything a routine, a habit, a pattern, then it drops down into the 95% and frees up a little bit more of the 5%. And so it loves anything it can make into a pattern, which is why you may or may not wake up one day and realize, oh my God, I am a habit of being what I've been. It's just been a habit. It's been a routine. It's been something that maybe at first really worked. And then it still works. It just may be not helping you get the results that you want. So I try to steer away from affirmations, because if all of you isn't on board for believing the affirmation, and most people don't know how to create them, no fault, they just don't. But if you don't know how to create them, then you're gonna latch on to something that sounds really good. Like, sure, I'd love to have a yacht in the Greek Isles, but if I tell myself, you have a yacht in the Greek Isles and you don't have to work, and all the money that you could ever want is just at your disposal, there's a part of my brain that's like a little goalie that says, no, I don't think so, not for you. The other people, not for you, not now, not yet, probably not ever. So if I tweak that around a little bit, and then what might it look like? I would love to have a life where I have lots of sunshine, lots of fresh air, the ability to travel on the water. I would love, it would feed my soul to be able to have the funds available to me to do the things that bring me joy. I would love to, and I can feel that welling up in my body because I would love to. And I'm not putting specific parameters around it. You can, if you truly believe in your goal and you truly, without resistance, can see yourself doing it, then by all means go for it. It's that resistance that holds us back. So I have a friend who, a colleague, a hypnotherapist and teacher also, love her dearly. And she said how she starts off her year, excuse me, is by living the first 10 days of the year as the new her that she would love to see continue on into the new year without any expectation or resistance, just kind of trying it on for size. And then she'll find that whatever wants to stick does, and whatever wants to go will. Kind of an interesting idea. And what I would say, if you can't do that, what I would suggest is allowing yourself to really focus on, to really identify, what is it you actually really want? Because for a lot of students, what they want is to accomplish the next task in front of them, to get out of theory, to get out of the speed they're in, to break through the speed barrier that they see in front of them, to pass the qualifiers, to pass the certification. That's what they think they want. That makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, isn't that kind of like why we got into school? No, that was not why you got into school. You started school knowing that what you wanted was to be proficient at this thing, however your thing is, and to be out making money. That's what you wanted. You didn't sign up saying, I want to take a whole bunch of tests and most of them I'll fail. And I'll prove to myself how strong and resilient and incredible I am at facing challenges to the point where I'm ready to quit. That wasn't what you signed up for. So stop focusing on the task in front of you. Stop focusing on the next test. Stop focusing on breaking the speed. Focus on where you want to go. Focus on the why that got you started the first day of school. Why did you start doing this thing? You have just gotten lost in the path between theory and paychecks. It happens to everybody, nearly. Once they go through so fast, they don't have time to stop and think about those things. God bless them. Another lifetime, maybe. Focus on what it is that you want. And I've told this story. I'll end with this one. I love it. Stories are powerful. It was about a guy that was in a group that was, I don't know if he was a comedian or a musician, but they wanted to do a fundraiser. So they rented a theater. And the idea was we need to sell X number of tickets to be able to pay for the theater. And then everything past that is our money for fundraising. Brilliant. And then there was this guy who was looking at it differently than everybody else. Everybody else was like, I have to sell this many tickets. You have to sell that many tickets. If we all sell this many tickets, everything's going to be fine. We're going to get what we want, but everybody's got to do it the same way. And he would show up and he'd say, yeah, I'm doing the stuff. I'm showing up for rehearsals. I'm selling tickets. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But in the back of his mind, he said to himself, I don't care if I sell the 10 tickets I'm supposed to sell. What I want is, because I'm one of the headliners, what I want is my name on that marquee, because it's going to be up there anyway. And I want a big sign going through my name that says sold out. That's what I want. Now, if I get that, everybody gets what they want. But the people I'm working with don't see it that way. They see it incrementally. They see the test in front of them. He's seeing the paycheck. He's seeing what I want is to go out in the field and make the money that I want to make. I want to be sold out. Because if I'm sold out, then all those other things will have by necessity happened. And I won't have to have focused on them. They'll just be part of the path that takes me to where I want to go. Enjoy where you're going, because 2024 is going to be a year like none of us have ever seen before in good ways. Love you all. Have a great day.